There are hundreds of photos and videos all over the internet about Dreamcore. Along with liminal spaces and weirdcore, Dreamcore seems to share the same characteristics and the same aesthetic. It portrays a world where everything is very bright and colorful in a way that would be appealing, but also seems to have many distortions and is extremely warped. Many of the places in these photos look like some kind of utopian reality like you'd see in certain movies. But where does Dreamcore even really come from? When you look up the definition of Dreamcore, it's defined as a surrealist aesthetic that uses motifs commonly associated with dreams, daydreams, or nightmares. So the idea is that, using dreams as a basis, a specific theme is created, such as the one that you see throughout all these pictures. Dreamcore depicts a very colorful world where things are very bright and very pleasing to the eye. But what almost all these pictures have in common is that these places aren't exactly normal. You'd probably only see places like these in your dreams or in movies. Many of the places in these photos carry a lot of nostalgia, maybe because of the bright colors and general warmth that they have, which is what I usually associate with that feeling of nostalgia when I think of the best places I've been to as a child, or the best days that I've had, which I vaguely remember. They're always very bright, and there's another element that's kind of hard to describe that's present throughout a lot of these pictures. If anyone could dream up or picture their perfect world, most if not all people may choose a time from their past, either from childhood or maybe sometime as a teenager. I think most people can agree that they feel like some of the happiest days that they've had are behind them. But in a perfect world, there's a lot of sunshine and beautiful days, so there are warm colors, and we would associate all of those things with bringing us a lot of happiness. But it's hard to imagine that such a perfect place can exist where everything is really blissful. There's almost always a hidden threat or some danger looming somewhere. Whenever I see videos about Dreamcore, they each talk about traveling to this place in your dreams and that some of the things that you encounter might not be all good. In a way, for me, I feel like this is like seeing an old cartoon or something that I enjoyed as a child and realizing that it maybe wasn't as perfect as I used to think it was. So many people make videos these days dissecting and analyzing old TV shows and people we grew up with and surmising that they weren't exactly good. But most people would probably have liked to go their whole lives savoring those happy memories associated with those shows or people or things from their childhood without having it tainted. Because things you see on the surface level may always look appealing, and if you never go beyond that or look too closely or dig too deep, you get to enjoy things and indulge in that kind of blissful ignorance that some people might wish for. A lot of people may choose to live in a place that looks like it's perfect even though it really isn't. I get the feeling that there's a sense of contentment that I'd feel being in these places or in this kind of world. Despite the fact that it may come with some conditions or there may be unseen dangers, I don't think I would mind that much, even if I were alone. If I were able to visit any of these places in my dreams at night, I think I'd be really eager to go to sleep. It's kind of like choosing to stay in a virtual reality where you feel like you have some control over what happens versus having to live in the real world and deal with all the stuff that comes with it. Even if it is just an illusion of peacefulness, it could be a great temporary escape from everyday life. Personally, I just really enjoy the Dreamcore concepts because of the nostalgia it induces for me. As someone who is really sentimental, I always enjoy things that call back to any time that feels very nostalgic to me, and just things that provide general pleasantness or that feeling of tranquil that I always try to look for. If anyone actually has dreams that are similar to this or lives in a place that is like this or provides that same kind of feeling, I think that person is very lucky. Goodbye and stay safe to everyone, and please be well.